Welcome to another episode of Cruising Sea Venture. Today, rather than cruising, we're going to close out 2020, talk about 2021, and some really cool new features coming up for you.
So first of all, happy holidays, everyone. We wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah, and hope that this season brings you joy, and that maybe more joy is coming from 2021, coming right around the corner.
Definitely glad to be closing out 2020, probably like most of the world is.
Absolutely. So this is what we're going to talk about today. First, we want to share with you what you can expect from Cruising Sea Venture in 2021. We want to talk a little bit about some changes at YouTube, and then talk about some new stuff we have coming up.
Really cool new stuff.
So with that,
first let's do away with this.
Because, yeah, that's that.
Fix my hair.
No, I had to fix mine.
Oh, okay. All right, our goal for 2021 is going to remain the same as it has been in the past, and that's to provide some great cruising and adventure kind of videos to inspire everyone to do their own thing, and to provide good, detailed, relevant information about where we've cruised on Sea Venture and our experiences doing so.
First, in the near future, we have one more video to finish up our Alaska 2020 series, and then we have some more winter cruising videos that we'll be getting out to you.
And we've got the video relating to our bulbous bow. Lots of you know we've done the bulbous bow. We're working on a video for it, but we've got more sea trials to do, and I really want to be able to conclude that video with whether that somewhat controversial project was a success or a failure or somewhere in between.
We also have a project that we're working on with antennas, and that's primarily to improve communication, and we'll share that one with you as well. A couple other topics we're thinking about are doing a video on anchoring and doing a video on risk management. So we have those two on the radar. We wanted to know what you guys would be looking for, and are there any topics you would like to have us cover?
If so,
please, yes.
Leave them in the comments below.
Let us know.
What do you want to see?
Yeah.
Right after the new year, we're going to be leaving the dock here in Wrangell and heading out to experience some serious cold weather cruising that we can hopefully get some good video and share with you. There's some challenges to doing this cold weather cruising, which may be why nobody actually does it up here. Pretty much, not too much. We've got to deal with really short days, like 6 hours of daylight a day. We've got to deal with some wild weather. It's tended to have been blowing 3 knots one day, 30 knots the next day, and trying to manage that. And we've got to deal with the cold. And if all goes well, a little bit of a sneak preview of what's coming, we're going to have to deal with some ice and icebergs coming up. But we're going to work on that, leaving the dock after New Year's. Let's make it happen.
Part of leaving the dock leads us to the next topic we wanted to cover, and that's video frequency. We've been really blessed that we have been at the dock a lot and been able to publish pretty regularly on a weekly basis, and we just think that may change. It may get lengthened out a little bit more in between videos, but they're still going to be coming. The thing that challenges us is that it really does take us about 3 days, to edit and publish a video.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that, to edit a video. And then on top of that, we like to have some Wi-Fi available to do things like research or check questions or make sure we're giving you good information. And then the third thing that really challenges us is finding a good place to upload videos. And so far in Southeast Alaska, the only place that we can upload videos with any regularity is the public libraries.
Public libraries are the only place with sufficient Wi-Fi to do it.
With that being said, when we're out and about cruising, that may create some challenges to get some good information out to you or get videos out to you on a regular basis.
So, while we know that you've all probably loved that Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, don't be sitting by your computer on Thursdays at 3. It's going to change up a little bit. We'll do what we can. That's the promise.
Yes.
The next item that kind of ties into the video frequency is a video quality. Remember, this is like a hobby for us, and we really enjoy doing it. I enjoyed learning and trying to be creative, something that's outside of my comfort zone, or our comfort zone, frankly, to be creative. And we found it far more rewarding to create a high-quality video than high-frequency videos. And so that plays again into that idea of how often do we want to do these videos. So we're going to try our best to make them as high of quality as we can without any type of self-imposed schedule or anything. It gives us time to learn and figure stuff out and do that kind of thing. And we will continue to film while cruising versus cruise to film. So it's, so the experience you get is the experience we're having. I'm sure many of you probably saw last week's video where we had that little no drama, no disaster at sea.
We were just having
opening.
a little fun with that.
A little fun at that because we know that that's in a lot of cruising and boating videos. But we don't stage it. We don't set it up. We don't create storylines. We just film, hopefully, the good stuff while we're cruising. And we miss lots of stuff too. But that's okay. We're going to keep it that way. Most of our cruising is very calm, and so the videos will stay kind of calm. And by the way, if you liked that little graphic when we talk about editing time, it took me like 5 hours to create that 15-second video.
And then more time to find the music for the video.
Yeah, that took another hour.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So,
but it was fun.
It was fun. It was fun to play around and do something different. But at any rate, so we like to keep learning and that.
And keep the quality up there and make it as good as we can make it.
Right.
All right, let's talk about a recent change at YouTube that is creating some distress, I think, with creators. And that is effective November 22nd. YouTube started adding commercials called mid-roll commercials in the middle of videos. And those commercials appear at YouTube's discretion and frequency for almost all YouTube channels. Thankfully, we're in a position to have some control over that. So if you've seen a recent big spike in these mid-roll commercials popping up in the middle of videos, that's YouTube's policy change. So we've got some control over that now. We figured out how to do that. We're going to work on that.
We had to learn,
Yeah, I think we may even try to build into the video when a commercial's coming, because I think we can control when it occurs. But it took us a little bit to figure out, and we have to thank some viewers for alerting us to all these commercials suddenly popping up. Because we don't actually see commercials when we watch YouTube, and it really didn't dawn on us that hardly anyone is seeing commercials. But I think most people do see commercials. We don't, because we have a YouTube premium membership. I think it's like $12 a month. If you get a premium membership, it eliminates all the commercials. Not really sure how that impacts creators. But maybe you find commercials entertaining and informative and helpful, and you find something you like. Personally, I don't want to see any commercials in a YouTube video, so we pay our $12 a month and get our YouTube videos all commercial free. And I think they're actually offering 30 days free trial right now. So heck, if nothing else, go get your 30 free days and watch it with no commercials and see what you think. We like it.
All right, so now let's talk about a couple of things that we have coming up. The first one is that a few weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we started an Instagram account for Cruising Sea Venture. So go check it out, please, because, yeah, it is interesting, and we're learning how it works, but, yeah.
We don't really know.
We need a little more work. But at any rate, we are getting some stuff posted there. Please go look us up. Check it out and
Follow's the right word. Follow us.
And let us know what you like and what you don't like. What are we doing right? What should we be doing better? We'd love to hear from you. So
how often should we stick a picture on there? How current should the pictures be? How much comments should we be having with them? I don't know. Help us figure out how this Instagram thing works. The whole idea behind it is to give you a more real-time picture of what's going on, and a real easy way for us to post content versus 3 days of editing, right?
Right. What I was going to say is that editing is lags behind a couple of months usually, and this way we can get some more current content up so you can kind of have a sense of what's going on.
But the thing we're most excited about that's new is not available yet. We're working on a website, and we've been thinking about this for a while and why we possibly want to create more work and effort for ourselves. But the reality is, over time, we have created a lot of data and information and resource material that you cannot assimilate on YouTube. And so we've decided to put together a website where we can kind of organize and categorize and have this information available for you. The area that I'm most excited in it, and I think Rosie's got her own areas, is the Q&A. You know, at this point, those 2 or 3 or 4 questions I've answered at the end of most videos, we've now answered over 100 questions. And I can't even remember what we've answered and not answered. So I'm trying to create this on a website, a Q&A section, where not only is all the questions there and a link to the exact portion of each video that answers the question, but that it's all searchable and as it hopefully becomes a good resource. So some other stuff, Rose, that we're trying to do on a website.
Well, we have actually information going back as far as cruising blogs back to 2006 and some cruising we did then.
This is Rosie's writing. Rosie's writing blog stuff back 14 years. Yeah,
it goes back a ways. But at any rate, it would be interesting to have some of that information on a website as well, a place where we can store that information and share, you know, the more detailed information about what's going on day to day versus the summaries that you get in a video for those of you who like to read. Another thing is providing a place to put like the spare parts inventory worksheet and the provisioning worksheet, recipes people ask about. There's a lot of things that we were asked about, and it would be nice to be able to point people to where they can find that information. So we just want to make more information available to you in an easier format. So that's part of the background behind it. What else?
A little bit of detailed information about us if you're that interested in that. I think that's a pretty boring part.
Sea Venture?
But information about Sea Venture.
And Blake and Barkley for sure.
And the cats,
yes.
I don't mind answering questions about Sea Venture. It's great. You know, I've told hundreds of people how big Sea Venture is, what year she was built, how much she weighs, her range. It's all great. But, you know, it's kind of self-serving. If I can get that in one spot and give people a link or connect people with that information, it just means people are interested in it. And so we want to provide that information. We also can then put on the website a real-time link that you just click on the home page and bam, it takes you there. Now here's the deal with the website. It's not available yet. From a technology standpoint, this is outside of our comfort zone. This is not easy for us to do. We can't whip through creating this, but we're working on it. We're having a lot of fun. We're using a lot of YouTube videos about how to do it.
We're learning a lot.
So give us time to try to get it like kind of dialed in, and then we'll let you know when it all goes live. So that's our winter project actually on Sea Venture.
Yes. So what happens after this winter cruising? Well, that's a TBD, but we are contemplating a trip about 500 miles north to Prince William Sound.
North.
And north.
I thought we were going to Mexico.
But first, we've heard amazing things about Prince William Sound. It checks a lot of the boxes off of what we like in cruising.
So what are those boxes? Apparently, not many other boats.
Correct.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Lots of wildlife.
Yes.
Great fishing.
Yes.
No access to Wi-Fi to upload YouTube videos. If it does all that, apparently that's where we go.
That must be it. So, at any rate, we've heard wonderful things about Prince William Sound and that it's a beautiful place to go. It's got over 100 named glaciers. Compare that to Glacier Bay that has 11.
That's remarkable.
It should be pretty pristine. So we're pretty excited about that.
This is how rarely visited Prince William Sound is by cruising boats in general. There's really only one guide to cruising Prince William Sound. It was last published in 2009. So we thought, okay, it's 11 years old, no big deal. We'll get this book and we'll have it. It's like 202 pages, well known for people that live in that area. Here's the deal. The only available one we can find right now is on Amazon, a used one for $2,400. Yes, $2,400 for one book for a cruising guide. So we're not going to pay that. We're following some leads.
Yes.
All right.
But if you know anyone who happens to have one that would like to part with it, we'd be happy to.
No one's going to want to part with it. We're trying to figure out some solutions, but we will.
Yes.
So the challenge for going to Prince William Sound in the late spring, early summer is that by late summer next year, we'd like to be in San Diego so that we can spend next winter, a year from now, in the Sea of Cortez. So
Right.
lots of cruising coming up.
All right, well, that's a wrap for now. You can look forward to seeing our next video right after the first of the year. And I want to take a moment and say thank you very much for your comments and your encouragement. We love hearing from you, and please keep sending them our way.
Yeah. So until next time, wishing you
No wind and flat seas. Bye, everyone.